Thank you all. My name is Taysir Mabariki. I'm a fourth-year medical student. Please join me in welcoming our beloved medical students together. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, and of course, our dedicated medical students. Welcome to this remarkable moment in our journey towards becoming doctors. Today marks a milestone in our astonishing journey. So let's celebrate our dedication and the beginning of a new chapter of our lives. It's truly incredible, isn't it? Just a few years back, we were strangers meeting online amid the chaos of the pandemic. And now here we are, standing tall and proud, ready to embark our medical clinical adventure. It's almost as if we blinked and suddenly here we are, receiving our white coats with strangers on campus who have now become our colleagues and friends for life. As we reflect on those sleepless nights and countless cups of coffee that have brought us to this moment, let us not forget to appreciate the friendship and support we have found in each other along the way. After all, what's a medical journey without a few shared laughs, inside jokes, and the occasional midnight Zorbas cookies run? As you slip into those pristine white coats, remember, they aren't just fashionable accessories. They're your cloak of responsibility, your shield against the dreaded Dr. Google diagnosis, and your magic capes that will make patients instantly trust you. Before I conclude, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all our supporting families and our dedicated faculty members, especially the Associate Dean of Students, Dr. Sola Nicolau, and all our professors for their unwavering support and guidance through our medical school journey. And finally, as we step forward into the next phase of our careers, let's remember the words of Professor Kanakis at the end of each lecture. Finito la musica. Today is our Finito la musica here on campus. As we celebrate, let's embrace the music of this moment and let it be prelude to the symphony of experiences that await us in the hospitals. Congratulations, soon-to-be doctors. The work is awaiting your brilliance and your compassion and your healing touch. Thank you very much. I would like to extend many thanks to the Dean of the University of Nicosia Medical School, Professor of Clinical Genetics, Professor Adonis Ioannidis, who was not able to join us today for unfortunate professional circumstances. He congratulates all of you on this milestone and wish you all the best. Now I would like to introduce Professor Paula Nikolaidis, Clinical Professor of Pediatric Neurology and MBBS Course Director, who has been a great mentor, to say a few words. Please, if you can come to stage.
Good evening, everyone. Dear students, esteemed guests, and dear colleagues, it is a great honor to be with you this evening and to be addressing the MBBS class of 2026 in my role as course director of the St. George's University of London Graduate Entry Medical Program delivered by the University of Nicosia Medical School. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this evening's ceremony, and I would like to warmly congratulate our students for their achievements. I am pleased to see you here with your families and friends joining us in this celebration, and I'm equally pleased to see our esteemed members of the faculty. I would like to start by thanking the MSS for the kind invitation to this event and everyone else who has contributed to its organization. This year's ceremony marks a special and important occasion as our current year students will be the final privileged group graduating from the St. George's program run by the University of Nicosia Medical School, a venture which we entered in with excitement and anticipation around 13 years ago. And I'm sure many of our faculty will agree. It feels like yesterday when we first got together to set up this program. Dear students, we are very proud of your achievements. You have done so well by going through difficult processes and working hard throughout the years. I'm sure that your families will be by your side to help and support you in the upcoming challenging and exciting few clinical years ahead. It is our ongoing responsibility to ensure that over the next few years you will be provided with appropriate educational and clinical experience, support and guidance similar to that offered to students in previous years, and that you make the best use of the medical school's facilities for your education, personal and professional development. Wearing your white coat symbolizes your first steps into clinical medicine and marks on you becoming a member of a large family. You will wear your white coats as a symbol of altruism, honesty, and trust. You will carry with awareness of your professional privilege and the assurance that you will always use this for the benefit of your patients and society. By choosing to study in medical school, you have not only stepped into an important profession, you have stepped into a lifestyle, one that requires hard work, sacrifices under difficult conditions, though one that is highly satisfying and most rewarding. Of course, your educational journey will not be limited to the 4 years or the 6 years. It will continue well after your graduation. We know very well that it is not possible to be good physicians of the future only by acquiring academic knowledge. A profession in which it's important to value human beings, to respect human dignity and rights, and to wish well for all humanity undoubtedly requires a development far beyond acquiring academic knowledge. Having ethical and human values, being a good team member, and communicating well are so important that it is impossible to talk about being a good physician and scientist without these qualities. Wherever you go and work after graduation, we want you to have no difficulties related to your responsibilities and be fully prepared and competent, whether you work in primary care, in a hospital setting, or in research. Dear students, I wish you all a successful and enjoyable academic journey. We will be by your side. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Professor Paula. I would like to introduce Dr. Denagra Georgia Ikosi, Clinical Associate Professor, Graduate Entry MD Program Director, who has been a great source of inspiration to say a few words. If you can please make it to the stage.
It is a privilege and a pleasure to be here with you today to share in this momentous occasion on your next step on your journey to becoming physicians. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our Graduate Entry MD program students. This is our first white coat ceremony for our new program. And it's with great pride that I see you sitting here today. For me, the last white coat, the opposite. Okay. For me, the last white coat ceremony I participated in was about 25 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember the weight of the coat as they put it on my shoulders with this incredible responsibility woven into the fibers. I was equal parts exhilarated and terrified, and with this memory in mind, I would like to share with you what I have learned while trying to become worthy of the privilege that is represented by this garment. Our graduate entry students know that I can be a bit sentimental, and I believe that this is not a job, it's not a career. It's a great honor and a calling to a life of service. What an awesome responsibility you've taken on in becoming physicians, to have the privilege of having the lives of other human beings in your hands and their well-being at the mercy of your knowledge and your ability to listen. You might hear this and say, yeah, but I got 2 more years before I'm a doctor. But many of us can remember a time when a medical student picked up a diagnosis that was missed because the student took the time to listen to the patient and made the effort to research their symptoms, sought out the answer with relentless fervor. You've worked so hard to get to this point. You've learned so much. You have an incredible foundation of knowledge, and you are closer to anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, and more right now than you will ever be again. You're ready to be the end users of the vast body of human knowledge. It is literally at your fingertips. Use what you know and your curiosity to learn what you don't know to make a difference, and you could save a life. So I'm going to give you 3 pieces of advice. The first, I'm going to sound like a surgeon for a second. Wake up early, read, study, and look things up. Maximize your time in the clinical environment because that's where the patients are and that's where the knowledge is. If you're given the opportunity to stay late and watch a case in the OR, take it. View your time in the clinics and the hospital like you were offered the greatest privilege and opportunity, because that is what it is, and you're not going to waste a minute of it. Every patient you see has something to teach you. Make a note of something you want to understand at a deeper level, and then go home and research those things. Share your knowledge with your team. Write case reports. Get involved in research projects. Be eager and enthusiastic. Be willing to go the extra mile, and your excellence will be contagious. Second, as a physician, you spend more time with your colleagues than anyone else in your life. Be a great colleague. Start now as a student. Support each other and back each other up. Acknowledge each other's successes. No physician has ever been made better by bringing another doctor down. If you're on rotation with a brilliant classmate, learn from them and with them. If your classmate is struggling, support them. Share resources. As physicians, we need each other. No one can carry the weight of this responsibility alone. Lastly, in order to be able to function at your full capacity, you need to have a level of organization and self-discipline. Take care of yourselves. Eat a healthy diet, exercise every day, get outside, maintain friendships, take care of your physical and mental health. Spend your time outside the hospital wisely, because you will find as the years go by that it becomes more and more precious. My challenge to you is to make the most of these 2 years. This is your chance to be the student that becomes the physician that the world needs. Be the one who listens to the patients and asks the right questions, who examines them carefully. Be the one who approaches their case with compassion and intellectual curiosity. Refresh your knowledge, deepen your understanding, commit yourself to the enterprise of becoming the best physician that you can be. And finally, I want you to know how proud we are of all of you. Wherever you are in the world, know that our faculty and our staff remember you. And we're rooting for you, and we cannot wait to see what you will accomplish in the years to come.
Thank you, Dr. Ricos, for your kind words. And now we have the Associated Professor in Pharmacology, the Associated Dean for Students, and the MD Program Director, who has been an unwavering pillar of support for her students. Dr. Sula Nicolaou, if you can please.
Dear guests, colleagues, students, a warm welcome from me as well to this year's White Coat Ceremony. This is such a special occasion, and it's my great pleasure to be here to celebrate the transition of our medical students to the clinical years of their studies. The White Coat Ceremony has now been well established as a significant tradition in our medical school for students in the MD and the MBBS programs. This year, we're delighted to include students from our graduate entry medical program for the first time. Dear students, congratulations on reaching this important point in your medical studies. Each of you has demonstrated exceptional dedication and perseverance to reach this point. Your hard work, long hours of study, and commitment to medicine have brought you here today. We're very proud of your achievements, and I'm sure that the knowledge and skills that you have developed will serve you well as you move forward in your academic journey. Beyond your achievements in the classroom, you have also grown as individuals, many of you away from your friends, family, loved ones. It's important to acknowledge their support, which has greatly helped you make it this far. At the same time, I would like to extend a big thank you to my colleagues who have shown such commitment to supporting you during your studies. It's great to see so many of them here today, both from the academic and the administrative teams who have supported you to reach this far. As you enter your clinical years, you're stepping into a new phase of your education, one that will challenge you, inspire you, and shape you into the physicians you aspire to become. Today, you're here because you have earned the privilege to wear your white coats. As with any privilege, your white coat also comes with responsibility. It represents the trust that patients, their families, and society place in you. You're not just entering a profession, you're joining a community dedicating to healing and improving lives. I am confident that you will rise to the challenges ahead and make a profound impact on the world of medicine. You already know that medical training is demanding. Remember that you're not alone. No matter where you are for the next 2 years, as close as Limassol or as far as Chicago, please remember that we will continue to be here to support you to achieve your goal. We're very proud of you, and it's wonderful to celebrate your achievement with you, your family, and friends. Well done, and congratulations for all you have accomplished. Take care of yourselves, and I'm really looking forward to your graduation in 2 years' time.
Thank you, Dr. Nicolau. Professor Joseph is someone who has won the hearts of all his students in his capacity as the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and the Chair of Clinical Education, Professor of Rheumatology, and the MBBS T-Year Lead. And a voice for his students, Professor Joseph, please make your way into the stage to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to see you here. Welcome to our students, but more welcome to the families and friends and loved ones. We never see them. They're always in the library. They're always studying. We look for them and we can't find them, but it's because they're working very hard. There are several advantages to speaking almost last today. The disadvantage is that my colleagues have clearly said the correct advice and the amazingly important points that have been made by everyone. The advantage is that I go before Dr. Baghdadis. I can start the ball rolling and he can hopefully not joke about me too much when it's his turn. And then also another advantage is that our speeches are almost over and then we can get on with the evening. We have to say well done because it's been a tough time for you and we do recognize it. Much as you will say, well, you don't know how it is to be a medical student. Can you believe it? That's how they say it. They say, well, you don't know. But we do know. Yeah, but maybe you can't remember. It's been so long. But it's different these days. They are right, of course. It is different these days. There's so much information out there. It's so tough. And they've done extremely well. You've done extremely well to get here. We are particularly proud because we have seen, as colleagues have said already, we've seen this grow. We used to have 1 year of T-year white coats to give. Now we've got 3 courses. You're all setting off to different places, but of course with exactly the same goal and exactly the same plan, and that's very lovely to see. It's important to say that you've had advice, but you need congratulations, and you do have all our congratulations. I think before we move, we have to thank particularly another 2 groups of people, and I'd like you to join me in that. The first group to thank is all your parents and loved ones, and I think they deserve a big round of applause. The second group are, of course, we've thanked our academic colleagues. We need to thank our administration colleagues very warmly. You know how tough it is. You always say, but the lectures aren't uploaded, but we haven't seen it, but we're having the lecture tomorrow and it's not there yet. And it's been 10 minutes since the lecture and it's not still not there. So thank you to them all for working so hard. It used to be a time when we used to make jokes here as well. It is a bit light-hearted sometimes. We used to make jokes about particular medical specialties you'll never believe, and we were in trouble, or I was in trouble afterwards. So this won't happen this year. We will not make jokes this year about orthopedic surgeons. It won't be done. So we're moving swiftly on with the advice to finish. You've had the advice already from the colleagues, but there's no problem repeating it. So please make sure you see lots and lots and lots of patients. You've heard it before. That's where it comes from. That's what it's all about. So lots and lots and lots, and talk to them and hear about them. Not only quiz them in a medical way, but get to know them. That's how you learn, really. Also, be where you're meant to be, everybody. You've got a lot of work and studying and exams and books and libraries, but when you have something to go, you'll be surprised how amazing opportunities will come when you don't expect them. So make sure of that. The last but one is that you must, as you've heard from the colleagues already, you must look after yourselves. You work hard, but make sure you look after yourselves as well. Finally, something to hold forever. Just treat everybody as you would like to be treated. It comes with your patients, it even comes with your colleagues. If you just hold that, then you'll be safe for the rest of your life as a professional. So well done. Congratulations again. Good luck, and we look forward to supporting you in your clinical years in the next couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Joseph, for your speech. Now, Dr. Ivis Bagdades, I hope I said your name right, the Clinical Associate Professor of Respiratory Medicine and the MD Year 4 lead. I would like to personally thank you for all your guidance and your unmatched humor. Please make your way to the stage.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you, wonderful students. Thank you, colleagues. And again, as Joseph said, great thanks to the loved ones and the families who are part of this special occasion. I mean, they've been supporting you throughout your stay in Cyprus, and they'll continue to do so long after you've gone and for the rest of your lives. You all have worked very hard, as everybody said, and you already have achieved quite a lot. And remember that the harder you have worked, the more likely you are to enjoy this achievement, and the sense that you're getting now is part of this hard work. And we all feel very proud, as everybody said, and I'm sure that you will continue to try even harder in the years to come. Hippocrates, who was the guy who didn't write your oath, but sort of inspired it, he was one of the Greek fathers of medicine. He said, "Ο βίος βραχής, η δε τέχνη μακρύ," which translates loosely to "the life is so short and the craft so long to learn." And indeed, do we ever stop learning? If we look back to our medical school years and our early postgrad years, Dr. Joseph, who's a rheumatologist, would have to actually rely on orthopedic surgeons to do something for his patients. Now, he can do most of it himself with technological and pharmacological and biological advancements. And believe me, by the time you finish, a lot of the guidelines we have now will be changing. And this will happen throughout your career. This keeps it going, and it's exciting. What that means is that there's a few things that don't change. One of it is that you deal with human beings. And human beings trust you. And they trust that you will employ all this knowledge and skills to try to improve and sometimes even save their lives. And this, as Tanagra said, it's a privilege. People will let you into their homes. They will share their stories, their secrets, their fears and their hopes. If you can inspire belief and hope, you can indeed help people in their darkest hours. One of my old classmates, Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, said that people pay the doctor for his trouble, but for his kindness, they always remain in his debt. So remember that, kindness. That is what you must instill into your everyday practice. As Joseph said, treat people as you would like to be treated. The world needs that as much as your skills. The white coat you've earned today symbolizes both, your knowledge and your kindness. So wear it proudly, but not in the next few months. It's not a particularly fashionable piece of attire for the beach or city travels that you're going to be going on. So after you leave here today, pack it somewhere nice and switch to vacation mode, please. Devote time to your friends and loved ones and your family and do something that you've missed, something that you will enjoy. Because the hard work will be here when you come back in a few months or wherever you go on our ever-expanding location map for clinical sites. A few words for those of you who may not have passed their exams and will have to do some resits. Do not consider this an obstacle not to be surpassed. You must accept disappointment okay? And disappointment will sometimes lead you to better times in the future. So go forth and have a great summer. Enjoy the good moments, come back recharged, be happy for this achievement today, but don't stop here. As I like to finish these speeches usually, you haven't come this far only to come this far. So thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ivis. Now that our mentors have finished their speeches, we have the year reps. We'll start with the GMD program first, then followed by the MD4. I would like to call to the stage the GMD year reps. Moshkovich, Ilana, Kliger, Noam, please make your way to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, fellow students, families, and friends. We gather today to commemorate a significant milestone, our transition from a preclinical stage of our education to the commencement of our clinical careers. This moment marks our shift from theoretical learning to a practical application of our knowledge and emerging skills in patient care. Hailing from various corners of the globe, including as far as Australia, we embarked on this pioneering journey within the new medical program of the University of Nicosia. Like all beginnings, the adjustment was demanding, encompassing not only the academic load, but also acclimating to a new country and its scorching heat, and we all know that. In the absence of our families, partners, and friends, we forged a close-knit community of 18 members. Our weekdays were devoted to inquiring theoretical and clinical knowledge, while our weekends were often spent bonding over a shared meal of souvlaki. We have faced numerous academic challenges, mastering new terminologies, techniques, and procedures. Alongside these academic hurdles, we also overcome personal challenges, supporting one another and creating a home away from home.
Much like the Much like the physiological process of bone remodeling, where old structures are broken down to make way for stronger ones, our experiences have fortified us intellectually, emotionally, and professionally. We stand today ready to embrace the exciting opportunities that lie ahead in our clinical years. A heartfelt gratitude goes to our esteemed program director, Dr. Ikosi, for her dedication and efforts in refining the medical program. We also extend our sincere appreciation to all our lecturers for generously sharing their vast knowledge. Special thanks are due to the student services and administrative team for their continuous support in addressing our needs. We could not have reached this point without the unwavering love and support of our families, partners, and friends. Your encouragement has been instrumental in our pursuit of becoming doctors, and for that, we're eternally grateful. In the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Thank you.
And now with the MD4 year reps, Bryonis, Kaylee Rose, and Abdullah Aish. Please make it to the stage.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, my fellow Year 4 medical students. Today marks a pivotal moment in our journey, a culmination of 4 years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As we gather here today for our white coat ceremony, we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our medical careers.
First, I would like to thank the Academy because I've always wanted to say that, and I've never been to the Oscars before, and this is my only chance I'll ever get to say that. Furthermore, I would like to thank the faculty for building such a diversity-rich program and for supporting each one of us along the way. To my fellow students for stepping in as my SP in a time of need, I appreciate that very much, the day before the OSCEs, of course. And finally, to our parents for paying our tuition fees every semester. As the global pandemic struck, the need for doctors was clear. So cue the class of 2026, demonstrating remarkable resilience in the face of adversity.
The past few years have been a testament to our collective strength and determination. We have faced countless challenges, from the rigors of academic coursework to the emotional and physical demands of clinical rotations. Yet through it all, we have grown not only as individuals, but also as a close-knit community bound by a shared passion of healing and service.
As we don our white coats today, we symbolize our commitment to the values of integrity, compassion, and excellence that defines the medical profession. But beyond the symbolism, our white coats carry with them a profound responsibility to advocate for our patients, to uphold the highest standards of care, and to never lose sight of the humanity inherent within medicine.
Each of us brings a unique background to this noble calling, whether we hail from bustling cities or remote villages, whether we speak one language or many. We are united by a common purpose, to make a difference in the lives of those we serve. Our diversity has enriched our collective experience and has prepared us to meet the diverse needs of our future patients.
And as we begin our clinical years, let us value our patients as people, let us honor their wishes as our own, and let us have the confidence to say, allow me to consult my supervisor, of course. It is our privilege and honor to walk alongside our patients in their journey to health and healing.
As we look ahead to the challenges that await us, let us not forget the bonds that we have forged within these walls, the friendships we have formed, the memories we have shared. They will sustain us through the long hours and demanding days of clinical placements, residency, and beyond.
And though our paths may diverge in the coming years, let us remain connected by our shared experiences and our shared commitment to excellence. For we're not just classmates, we're also a family, bound together by a common purpose and a shared vision for a brighter future.
So as we stand on the threshold of this new chapter, let us embrace the opportunities that lie ahead with courage, compassion, and humility. Let us never forget the privilege and the responsibility that comes with a white coat. And let us always remember that no matter where our journey takes us, we are united by the bonds of our common humanity.
So, congratulations, class of 2026. Today we embark on our journey as the newest cohort of leaders, healers, and advocates. Let us unite in our commitment to effect change and leave a lasting impact. Together, let's endeavor to transform the world, one patient at a time, because yes, every day is a beautiful day to save lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla and Abdallah. Now that the speeches are done, we move on to the moment that you all been waiting for, and the reason you're all here today, the donning of the white coats. We will start with the MBBS students, followed by GMD, then move on with the MD program. Firstly, I would like to invite to the stage Professor Joseph, the Associated Dean of Academical Affairs and the Chair of Clinical Education, Clinical Professor of Rheumatology and MBBS Year Lead, to start handling the first group of white coats. First line, if you may, please stand up. Bathula Siven Katesh Komal, please. Shakiri Albin. Agam Paz. Ibrahimi Michal. Brown Timothy Robert. Glaidiuk Yekaterina. Thank you, Professor Joseph. You may be seated. First line, please sit down. Second line, if you may please stand up. I would like to call Dr. Danny Elombagin, Clinical Associate Professor of Internal Medicine and Infectious Diseases, Associate Director of the MD program. Gramitikov Nikola Mikholiv. Gabay Adi. Halahmi Fine Floor Anna. Ligar Noah. Cottage Aya. Nair Mirav. Moskovich Eliana. Thank you, doctor. You may be seated. Second line, you may sit down. Third line, please stand up. I would like to call to the stage Dr. Dinagra Georgia Ikosi, Clinical Associate Professor, Graduate Entry MD Program Director. Ofik Tamir Noah. Oka Rina Shanaf. Rizq Liza. Tal Kural Mariam. Tenenhouse Noah. Saimei Stephanie. Turkeson Georgiana Murku. Thank you, Doctor. And now that we're done with the GMD program, we'll continue with the MD program. I would like to call, third line, you might sit down. Fourth line, you might stand up, please. I would like to ask Dr. George Anastasio to come to the stage, please. Dr. George Anastasio, MD Program Year 2 Lead, Clinical Assistant Professor. Ahmad Karim Badruddin Ibrahim. أحمد ميسرة ماهر هاشم نجم الدين. أكيل شيرين. العنبوري روان راشد صالح. البلوشي فارس عبد المجيد عبد الرحمن. البلوشي زينب يوسف خميس. الحميدي عبد العزيز سعود محمد. الكاموشكي نور عادل علي. الكمزاري خالد علي محمد. Thank you, Dr. George. I would like to call Dr. Chloe Antonio, Assistant Professor of Biochemistry, GMD Associated Program Director. Fourth line, you may sit down. Fifth line, please stand up. الخنبشي ردينا عبد المجيد سعيد. اللواتي تسنيم محمد عبد الباقي. القاسمي مريم قاسم محمد. الشريقي أحمد محمد زاهر سالم. أليكسوبولو ماريا. الحوقاني وئام سليمان سيف. المسكري جمانة سعيد ناصر. الربادي جيسيكا مهند جريس. الراشدي العنود يوسف سعيد. الرواحي هبة محمد صالح. Anastopoulos Nicolas. Thank you, Dr. Chloe. Dr. Dimitros Kanakis, please. Dr. Dimitros Kanakis, Professor of Pathology. Fifth line, please sit down. Sixth line, please make your way down. Angeliniadis, Georgia. Angeliniadis, Anna. Angelopoulo Isabella May. Anayasu Chiozem Loren. Apostolo Nicole. Achuri Eunice Esther. Iyad Natalie George. عايش عبد الله رياض محمد. بلفي سابرينا. بنغاليا ريحان. بيتو ليغان. Bosquero Aliche. Briones Kaylee Rose. Thank you, Professor Kanakis. I would like to call Dr. Katarina Prokopiou, Assistant Professor of Pharmacology, MD Program Director, and DAP Lead for Year 1 to 3. Buba Bello Aisha Yasmin. Cardos Kevin Max. Shonta Maria Magladani. Rostudulu Alexandra. ظاهر حبيب. Estatiadis Theodoros Konstantinos. الدسوقي أحمد خالد محمد حلمي عبد الغفار. الجزار سارة. اللبيب ياسين. فارماكا صوفيا. Fronemen Eleanor. Fronista Maria Cristina. Ghilani Steliani. غرايبي فيصل عثمان سلطان. Thank you, Dr. Katarina. I would like to call Dr. Sula Nicolaou, Associate Professor in Pharmacology, the Associate Dean of Students, and the MD Program Director. Gotra Gorlin Kaur. Gotra Ibani Kaur. Yoyokas Nicolas. حداد إتيان نويل. Haji Karalambos Andreas. هجير مايا يوسف حسان. Holmes Larissa Christine. Quinn Kelson. Isa Maria. Calogero e Catarina Niki. Capelizu Eliana. Khan Shehriyar Ahmad. Khan Daniel Sarwar. Khorshid Muhammad Safa. Thank you, Dr. Sula. You may be seated. I would like to call Professor Panos Economou, Clinical Professor of Surgery and Chair of Surgery. Kifili Emmanuel Mengistu. Kondo Misupulu Nicoleta Nicolea. Kuli Ali. Letzakipo Bertha Sena. Recibiremos Divina Sinera de Cruz. Eighth line, you may be seated, please. Ninth line, please stand up. Manuli Emiliana. مرجان جعفر. Martin Charles John. Mitraidis Ageleas. Molloy Ethan Mark. Mukalazi Sheila Nalwanga. Najib Niha. Naka Anjaneki. Thank you, Professor Economo. I would like to call Dr. Avis Baghdades, Clinical Associate Professor of Respiratory Medicine and MD 4-year lead. In Newton, Toby Illingworth John. Nikolopoulos Dimitrios. Nikolopoulou Aglaia. Nordal Emma Johanna Belen. Okonomidi Christina. Uma Faith Howie. عويس سعاد سرور هلال. Panova Paula Palamanova. Pastili Maria. Pechetto Emily Rose. Pinero Craig Michael. Polar Jalen Tyler. كايتوكا آية أمجد رفعت. كايتوكا هاشم أمجد رفعت. Thank you, Doctor. I would like to call to the stage Dr. Catherine Annabelle Alexander, Clinical Associate. 9th row, you may be seated. 10th row, please stand up, make your way down to the stage. Rutili Paul Gislan Logé René Alvaro. Russo Argheriella. سعد الدين روان. Shekdev Prakriti Anuj. صعب حلا. صالح إليا. شا نيل أرجون. صديقي محمد حسان. Spiridis Kostas. Strand Anders Christian Astrup. Taki Rostoforos. Thank you, Dr. Alexander. I would like to call to the stage Dr. Niki Verdies. Clinical Associate Professor in Hematology. Telegraph Jessel Sohail Anton. Torarensen Linda Marie. Savidos Dimitrios. Nikos Dimitrios. Jurlavich Alon. Erket Keaton Henry. Verianos Vivos. وهبة نيكول ماجد يوسف. West Olivia. Zikai Yelena. Zalberg Jesse Lee. Almost forgot myself, almost. Last but not least, myself, Mabariki Taysir. Thank you, doctor. You may be seated. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the donning of the white coat is finished. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. Stand up, you all well deserve it.